God, this video is blurry as hell. Hey guys, it's Mario Ranchi, brand strategist and founder of ManuFracture. You can see my light went out, so that's why it's so dark. It's also dark here as well. I think it's midnight. Uh, I'm up late, of course, always. You gotta be up late when you're doing work, just silently working away. Yeah, so I just said I was gonna update you on exactly how the progress is going and how what are the results so far. So last time you checked, there were like people who were wanting to get in contact with me, calls, whatever. Finally, booked some calls, which is good. All right, yeah, booked some calls. You can see here, it's a few. One on Friday for a real estate company, and then I sent an overview to another guy who we are going to still make an appointment for, a phone appointment for, a commercial real estate company. And then there was another one that I sent a date to, and it also just had to get in contact with me about the date, confirming that. But overall, you can see I ramped up majorly the outreach to around 100 to 168 so far, or 100 right now, ever since last Tuesday. It's 106, 119, 168. I ramped that up, so now I'm getting much more connections on LinkedIn in the hundreds, which is good. And that's another thing, another insight that I'm getting is that it's a numbers game. I mean, this is something that people understand from the very beginning when, beginning a company or doing anything with business, is that it is a numbers game to get your first client. Now, the thing that isn't talked about in a numbers game is that the numbers game has to be strategic in order to work. If it's a numbers game without focus, if it's a numbers game without without a focus, without a reach, without an understanding of who you're wanting to contact, then it's not going to work out overall. And I've been through that part. I've done numbers games, and it's not good when you just do it without caring whatsoever about the target or knowing exactly what to say. So the main thing that I'm finding that I'm having success with is really first is upping the numbers, the volume of people I contact, so I have more opportunities to actually get someone interesting, right? Because out of the many possibilities, there's going to be one or two people that are going to be interested and have that point of intent at that moment in time. And second is understanding how to approach people through LinkedIn on Messenger, which is another thing as well, because I started out with basic pitching. Basically, I was like, hey, Amaro, do you want to do this, etc., are you interested in this? And I got very few replies from that, and that wasn't very good. So I changed it up a bit, and I went for something more just simple, like a call. Like, hey, do you want to go on a call or something? I'd love to talk about your problems in your brokerage, etc., etc. And that got much more responses by far. Bunch of more responses. A bunch of no's, but also ton of yeses, and tons of, hey, I would love to take your offer up on the future. So there's, future clientele, planting the seeds there as well. So yeah, it's just a better way, because I mean, if you want to get on the phone with them, it just shows that you're committed to whatever it is that you're doing, because you want to get on the phone with them, you want to contact them person by person, and that's something I'm sure that people see that and they're like, man, yeah, I'm totally on with that. So yeah, and in that call, you can, slowly, guide them to see if they're a good fit or not. That can lead into the sales call. So that's how a whole onboarding process can actually create itself just through this numbers game, so to say. There's a lot of interlocking parts in it. So yeah, it's a very interesting method, and it's the best method I've been able to do so far. LinkedIn messaging, connecting with a lot of people every day, and then messaging them that specific message, and then getting them on the phone call, and then scheduling a call to get on with them. And that is the basis now of my whole lead gen process, and I'm gonna hope to get a sale in the next few weeks or so. But overall, it's moving and it's going, and I'm feeling now much more confident because it's now a stable, repeatable process, whereas before I was just really winging it, and I had to admit that to myself in order to actually get forward with this. So yeah, that was my thoughts for today, and I just want to say, yeah, just subscribe more to see more content like this. If you like more content like this, if you want me to go more in depth, I'm always willing to take more feedback on. But yeah, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, 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 bye.